Hey there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. I'm your host, Pattsun, and today we're gonna be taking a look at r/Pettyrevenge, where OP completely ruined his cheating girlfriend's reputation. Let's begin. Cheating girlfriend, ruining her image revenge. Posted by Reddit user Stephen A3000.
It was Easter weekend and my girlfriend of a year invited me to her parents' house for Easter dinner. She lived 9 hours away and I was the only one with a car, so naturally I drove us there and back. I missed Easter weekend with my entire family, just so I could finally meet her family for the first time. I really wanted to spend Easter with my own family because there were relatives from out of country that I had not seen in a few years, but I chose to meet my girlfriend's family instead. The weekend went fine and we returned home without any problems. However, the next day my girlfriend went out to a birthday party for one of her friends I didn't know, so I stayed at home and just hung out with a few of my friends. My girlfriend ends up getting blackout drunk and returns home, puking on and off for hours. She always ended up this way when she drank. I took care of her for a little while until one of our mutual friends sent me a text, saying we need to talk. He came over to my house the next morning, informing me that my girlfriend has had sex with a dude at the party. I was furious. One day after meeting her entire family, she decides to cheat on me. So right after finding out, I decided to confront her about what our friend had just told me. She owned up to it all and telling me she also had sex with 2 other guys throughout our relationship. One of the guys she banged was my neighbor, and to make it worse, it was on my own birthday. I broke up with her on the spot. I decided the only thing to do was Facebook inbox her mother. I started by saying thanks so much for the Easter weekend and it was great to meet her family. Then I explained that her own daughter had cheated on me with a few guys and that we are no longer together. Her mom flipped out and eventually her entire family found out that she was a whore and cheating girlfriend. She hated the fact that I ruined her image of herself for her family and the image her friends had of her. She also ended up getting a non-permanent STD from this guy, making her life even worse for the next month or so. Dodged a huge bullet there because I would have likely got it if I hadn't broken up with her that day. Telling her mom was extremely petty, but it did feel good to fuck up her life a bit after what she did to me. So the lesson here is, don't cheat. TLDR, girlfriend cheated on me and got an STD from the guy. I told her mom and family about it all. Ruined her image.
OP, you owe that friend of yours some beer and a fancy steak. He saved you from a lot of future heartbreak, financial loss, and a possible STD if he never told you. That is a true brother right there. Also, thank God that her mom didn't just started attacking you like a fucking harpy. She actually reacted like a true mother. Kudos to everyone in this story, except for the cheating hoe, of course. And now for today's second story. I was planning to propose to my girlfriend, but she admitted after a night out that she cheated on me and is begging for forgiveness. How do I go about this? Posted by Reddit user One Nefariousness.
I've known my girlfriend since we were in kindergarten. She's helped me through thick and thin, through periods of depression, when my parents were being abusive, when I lost my grandparents, through it all. She's genuinely my hero. She's also so warm-hearted, caring, selfless, and the best person I know. About a month ago, I told her parents and mine that I wanted to marry her and we agreed to rent out our favorite amusement park, where I would propose to her, which is also where I confessed my love to her. It is still rented for the 29th of August. It was also perfect, until yesterday, my girlfriend said that she's going to a karaoke event with her female friends.
By the end of this, you are going to be crying. Like a little bitch.
At 2 a.m. today, she returned, clearly drunk, and collapsed in bed. This morning, she woke up in tears and apologized profusely. After she calmed down, she explained that she was drunk and decided to have sex with another man at the party after the karaoke and regretted it afterwards a lot. When I asked why she'd do this, she said that she was so drunk that she completely blanked on the fact that she was in a relationship with me. That sounded to me like she would have sex with other men if she wasn't with me, so I asked if she was unhappy in bed, but she reassured me that that's not the case and couldn't ask for anything more from me and regrets everything she did. I had so many more questions that I wanted to ask, but my heart completely broke and I began crying.
Wow, like a bitch.
And that's what Frieza said.
She hugged me and said that she would do anything to get my trust back and constantly asked not to break up over this. I said that I needed some time to think and went into a separate room. I have now been sitting in this room heartbroken for many hours now and don't know what to do. She said that she'd do anything to get my trust back, so I have hope that there's something I can change to ensure that she never cheats on me again, like always going with her when she goes outside, but that feels really controlling and disgusting to me. Is there any way to not break up and still have trust again that she will never cheat on me again? If I do break up though, I don't think I can ever love anyone like her again. Please try to understand and comprehend that I've known her since not long after I was even born. We were often in the same class, doing the same schoolwork together, playing together, eating together, doing everything together. I spent many years trying to confess my love. We've spent many years living, loving, smiling together. She feels like a part of me by now. How can I just throw that part away and pretend I'll be fine? I'm saying this because I know it's common on this subreddit to basically just say move on, but I really don't think that's possible for me. So I'm really looking for responses that suggest how we can stay together with rules to ensure that this never happens again. I would also like to hear suggestions about whether I tell mine and or her parents about the incident. I'll have to tell them to cancel the amusement park event, so I probably will have to tell them what happened, but I could excuse the cancellation as me not feeling quite ready yet or something. I'm mainly considering this because I don't want her parents to be mad or to yell at her or be cold towards her.
Beta male, got it.
Because as I explained before, she's always been my hero, and I don't want someone who's helped me so much get hurt, especially because I've experienced how much that hurts. And now, for OP's update. The title is probably a good enough summary to let you read this post without lacking much information anyway, so here's the update. A day after the post, I decided to ask for clarification as to what exactly happened. I was mentally prepared for every possible response, except the one she gave me. From all of the information she gave me, I have tried organizing the most important information below. Before the karaoke, the boyfriend of one of her friends, whom I'm acquainted with but not particularly close with, decided to join at the last minute. Let's call him Richard. During the karaoke, her female friends kept daring her to chug beers. She told them to stop daring her after 3 drinks, but they kept insisting, and making her feel bad by saying stuff like, "You never drink much anyway, so just for today, try to have some fun and stop ruining the moment," and other stuff. So she continued and can confirm that my girlfriend normally drinks far less, 2 beers max normally. She says that she remembers drinking 10 beers in about an hour. She says it's likely she drank more after that but doesn't remember anything after the 10 drinks, except waking up back home. She says that the drinks very likely made her blackout drunk. In my original post, I didn't provide much detail about when she returned from karaoke due to the word limit on posts, and me not thinking that the information would matter much. Regardless, the day she returned, her female friends were carrying her by her shoulders and I had to also carry her to her bed. Her legs were barely moving, her body was not holding upright, and she wasn't able to form coherent sentences. Although, until then, I did not have any experience with a person who blacked out, I can only imagine that her situation was a blackout. So I do also believe that she got blackout drunk. When she woke up, she had 10 missed calls from her friends. When she called back, her friends explained what happened while she was blackout drunk. During the karaoke, Richard said that he needed to talk to my girlfriend for a moment to strategize on how they'd sing as partners. The friends decided to continue the karaoke while Richard and my girlfriend strategized. After half an hour, neither Richard or my girlfriend was back, so they started checking for where they were. Richard wasn't picking up any calls. After an unknown amount of time, Richard's girlfriend saw Richard having sex with my girlfriend. Of course, Richard and his girlfriend broke up, and then all of the females brought my girlfriend home. After finding out about this, my girlfriend was mad and shouted, "How dare he rape me?" I was in the basement before I saw my girlfriend cry, which is why I didn't hear this, but her friend said he's saying she consented. My girlfriend says that she was speechless and hung up because she couldn't believe she consented to that and started crying, because she believed that she cheated on me by consenting and thought our relationship was over. She didn't know that legally, if a person is drunk, consent or not, you cannot have sex with them. I was surprised she thought this, because even if you don't know the laws on this, how could it possibly be morally, or even solely logically speaking fine to ask for someone's consent when they're barely able to communicate or think? I was really shocked by this story and started feeling really bad for my girlfriend. I explained to her that this is rape, not consensual sex. I hugged her and tried to comfort her and asked if she needed anything and how she was feeling. She said that because she doesn't even remember anything after the drinks, she doesn't feel any of the responses normally felt after rape, like trauma. She said that she's mainly disgusted by Richard, but also mad at herself for losing control so easily because of a dare and hurting me like this. We went to the police station to report this. The investigation is still ongoing. Also, to be honest, I was still a little suspicious that the story could have been made up or misconstrued, so I went to the karaoke place that they went to and explained the situation and asked if I could see the camera's footage. They agreed, and there was footage of the exact situation that I was told playing out. There was also footage of Richard asking my girlfriend, "Is sex okay?" and my girlfriend responding in a very drunk and barely audible voice, "I like." That bastard really thought that was consent. I have of course also provided this footage to the police. Although the police's investigation has not concluded, the evidence I saw is in my opinion enough for me to believe her. My girlfriend volunteered to explain the situation to both of our parents because she wants to take accountability for her actions. Her parents were very apologetic and sweet about the situation, which I appreciated a lot. My parents brought us both together to make sure that all of us were on the same page, and we had a big group hug. And my dad said something that really resonated with me. This situation is really shitty for everyone, but I know that love will prevail in the end. Unfortunately, it was too late to go back on the theme park that we rented that day, so my parents, her parents, agreed to proceed with it but without the proposal and invited a bunch more people. I told both mine and her parents that I would decide when the time is right to tell her that we initially rented that amusement park to propose. I told her about a week ago when things were more back to normal and her feelings seemed very complicated as one would expect, but I think her summary of her emotions, being devastated but understanding, is pretty good. Thanks to the advice of many Redditors, we have decided to take couples therapy, which has been really helpful in helping us understand each other and get even closer. She proposed to herself that she never wanted to drink alcohol again. She said that it never even tasted that good anyway and never made me happy in the long term. She said that she mainly just drinks to fit in, but now plans to stop. So far that goal has been going great. We also realized that we both always want to do events like karaoke together but sometimes worry about bothering the other. Even on the day that she went with her friends, she wanted to go with me, but thought that I looked busy so she went alone. I was not busy. We have worked hard at being more communicative and expressing our feelings more, and it has seriously been great. I have also told her about my Reddit post. I want to thank everyone for all of the advice, even if it was a little mean. We are both so happy right now, and I have faith that despite this bump in the road, we'll keep riding this car forever.
Look, OP, I have to agree with your dad. This is a shitty situation for everyone. She got assaulted, even if she did in fact consented. She was still blackout drunk for it to actually count as consent in the eyes of the law. Then you found out that her friends are a bunch of hoes that likes to party, and she's dumb enough to get influenced by them. And finally, you got cheated on. Yes, OP, you still got cheated on. Despite her being drunk, she still wanted to have sex with that dude. You have it on video, and based on how you described it, she was completely conscious and doing stuff. She chose to get so drunk that she was actually fucking another dude. And you said it yourself that she doesn't feel any trauma, just disgust for Richard and what they did. So I'm assuming that she did, in fact, wanted it to happen. But when she sobered up, she knew she fucked up. That's why she's now using assault as an excuse. It's just far too common in today's day and age. Viewer support is the best way for me to remain independent and continue bringing you these daily videos, which will always be here on my channels for you to watch absolutely free. So please consider subscribing to me on Rumble and on YouTube. Both will be linked in the description box down below. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you even somewhat enjoyed today's story, make sure to give this video a thumbs up, and if you really like it, consider subscribing to Pattsun to never miss a future upload. Stay strong.